someone stood up and said, hey, how about we revamp our own learning and development offering? And that was my manager at the time. So I got involved, and it just blew my mind. I was like, what is this kind of project? It's so amazing. Definitely psychological safety. It's a very foundational layer of how you set up for success in organizational development and for people to own their personal development and to dare engage and to feel safe enough to try and fail and try again, and or just do the first step, which is often the scariest as well. I built an employee guide. It's public online. People can go check it out and copy the pages and appropriate them and adapt them to their own companies. I would say don't be afraid to make suggestions. Like really, that's the first thing, is creating dialogue and making suggestions. And then if you're met with a no and you ask why enough times, you'll be able to understand the mechanics and the implications of decision making that touches on the projects you're interested in. And so that's going to be information that's super helpful for the next conversation that you want to enable. And sometimes the conversation's an action in itself, like in the employee guide that I mentioned earlier. There's a page about periods at work, and that is just a conversation trigger because there's an inherited stigma around that topic, and just being vocal about it gives it visibility and enables change. So yeah, just get in there. Ask people who know better. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to take things forward. It doesn't need to be pretty. It can be pretty later. Just, yeah, taking action first and asking people who know for advice on where they failed. I stand up in meetings during the day. This counts as evening time. Never skip lunch. I'll postpone it sometimes, but I will never skip it.
Postpone until dinner time.
No. It's tough because even when it's using flexible time, it's tough to completely emancipate from the inherited, like you need to be in front of your laptop 9 to 5, otherwise you're not really working, especially when you're remote. Like there's more of a risk of people burning out than a risk of people over chilling in front of Netflix. And I'm definitely there's a risk of working too much team. And being vocal, to be fair, like again, it's been the most valuable thing I've done. Is the first lockdown particularly I had quite a tough time in the beginning. Once I set up all the people processes, and then I was like, whew, and released the pressure, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And I just told my manager, like I was just vulnerable. I said, look, I'm not feeling great. I need a hand, and I got the support that I needed. And being confident that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Yeah, we have policies of no meetings before 10, no meetings after 5, so outside of the core hours, no meetings between 1 and 2. And then if you want to do something else, like, you know how your team operates, we're all grown-ups, we all know what we got to do in the day and who we need to work with and how much flexibility we can guesstimate we might need. But if you can cut down at least the internal sync calls for one day, it allows you to organize, to be again in control of your time.